I can't believe it. I can't believe it. I can't believe it, man. People are rapping again. People are rapping again. I never thought I'd see this. I never thought I'd see the day. People are actually rapping again. Oh my lord. Okay. So for those who might not be knowing what I'm talking about, Drake dropped 3 albums. We knew that was gonna be some bullshit. Surprise there, nigga. Right? I need to stop cursing in the beginning parts of my videos. Actually, now that I think about it, like apparently that messes with the algorithm. So I think I need to actually stop getting my potty mouth on here. For that's neither here nor there. Drake dropped 3 albums. We were like, okay, we mess with Drake. Well, some people do. We're like, we mess with Drake. Let's give it a shot. 3 albums of doo doo butter. We're not surprised, but there's a recurring theme. Every time Drake drops an album, for some reason, everybody comes out of the woodworks and drops better stuff. It just happens. For all the dogs, we don't trust you. And then eventually GNX, you know? Matter of fact, if you just look at, if you're reading This Is Too Late, that was like, 2016? Y'all know all the amazing albums that we've gotten in 2016 from a hip-hop standpoint, at least from a hip-hop lens. Drake dropped this, Jay-Z happened on freestyles. Now, we're not going to talk, we're keeping it purely hip-hop. We're keeping it purely hip-hop, right? Meaning we're not going to talk about the stuff that Jay-Z has done outside of music. But if we're keeping it purely hip-hop, this nigga is, I already cursed too much, fuck it. This man, Jay-Z, is lyrically, I wouldn't say lyrically gifted. He is lyrically still in shape. He's still in shape lyrically. You know, that boy still got ammo in the chamber. You know what I'm saying? Like, the thing is about Jay-Z is that bro basically went away for a while because he hasn't dropped like since 2017. And I guess in the Roots picnic, he popped in and then like started dissing folks and started dissing their. Or I think he was really responding to a lot of people. I don't even know if they're really disses, in my personal opinion, because in order for something to be a diss, like an actual official diss, because like we know who you're talking about here, but like an actual official diss, niggas gotta be like, there's a name here. You know, because like the talking points that he was talking about, we know we know who he's talking about, but there's got to be a name there. There was no names, but I thought it was pretty funny because Jay-Z was talking about some, oh yeah, whatchamacallit, that girl up there playing with that stuff again. I don't remember the exact bar. I don't remember the exact bar off the top of the dome because it was a freestyle. I'm not remembering that. I'm not memorizing that. Long story short, he was basically sending shots at everybody. Tory Lanez, apparently Dame Dash, Drake, Nicki Minaj. I don't really know why you would be dissing Tory Lanez. I don't know what Tory Lanez has done in the past like year or two to like, or just in general to be dissing Jay-Z. So I'm not really aware of that in specific. Maybe it's his father saying all that weird shit about Roc Nation as a whole. I would assume. But I would assume that if it's not, I would assume regardless, it was a diss that I wasn't expecting him to go for, and I don't think was necessary. But it was like, we'll take it. You know, as fans of hip hop, we'll take it. You know, as fans of the battles. You know, because I think a lot of folks don't understand that battling is a very much integral part of the game. Is a very much integral part of just hip hop. You know. But I say that to say this, because I'm on my break right now, so we got to keep this thing brief. I say that to say this. Hip hop is in a very weird spot right now, and I think it's reflective of the political economic state of the world right now. Yes, we're going there. Um, with with the front office being the weird niggas that they are, and the forefront niggas of the rap game, two out of the three of them, probably three out of the three of them if you want to get real dirty. But we're just for the sake of this conversation, we're gonna focus on two of the three of them. Two of the three of them are basically being exposed for being weirdos that just hide under, at the time of their primes, good music, right? So it's like, okay, y'all are being exposed for basically losing a battle, because in one way or shape or form y'all are being exposed of your true natures after losing said battle. So now that you've lost said battle, now you're like out here trying to blame the fans. Oh, it's y'all's culture that y'all wanted to see everybody just go at each other. No, I don't think that's what this is at all. I think that hip hop is going back to its roots in the mainstream lens, at least. Hip hop is going back to its roots, where people are going to start rapping again, but also upholding the other pillars. You know, I'm not going to sit here and act like that I remember all of the pillars of hip hop and I'm like this guru who's been through it since the beginning. That's for the old heads. They know that stuff. I don't. But I do know one thing. There's a couple things that's integral. Being able to really speak your truth, because hip hop relies on the First Amendment. You know, hip hop really does rely on the First Amendment. It relies on knowledge, and it relies on competition. You know, friendly competition. But it can get nasty though. It can get very unfriendly. But for the most part, off of the basis of what it's built upon, it runs off of very much friendly competition, right? It's like, oh, I got better rhymes than you across the street. It doesn't even have to be just a mainstream level. It can be from for lack of better terms, a more underground, just the entire genre that we see right now. And it's very exciting for me because I didn't think that it'd be Drake of all people to kickstart this accidentally. Right? This might have been what Kendrick was talking about when he was saying we're watching the party die. You know, this might have been what Kendrick was talking about. Kendrick was being metaphorical when he was talking about watching the party die. He's not saying, "Oh, we're going to see the end of party music." I don't think that's what he was going for. At the time, for some reason, that's what I thought he was going for. Because, like, you know, it's two of the biggest. I was two of the biggest rapper of, unfortunately, damn near all time when it comes to Billboard hits and Billboard success, was basically building his entire career off of when I got no friends in the industry, but also making party hits that goes along with that. I don't think that's what he's going for anymore. I probably should have realized it in the moment, but I think that Kendrick was probably saying that, like, yo, hip the people who are really lame, who got power in our space, is no longer going to be here. Or at the very minimum, they're going to be here, but the attention isn't going to stay on them for long, and not for good reasons though. It's not going to stay on them for good reasons. I think that's what Kendrick was really going for when he was talking about this, because in my personal opinion, I don't think that Kendrick was specifically dissing anyone. I think he was talking about the entire culture of hip hop, you know? And I would have to go back and re-listen to a couple of things, but these aren't things that he was newly talking about. You can go back to King Kunta. You know, I think King Kunta had more songs or more bars on there that really dissed him than a lot of the sneak disses that people think that Kendrick is really sending out at people. That's what I personally think, right? So we got Jay-Z responding to a bunch of rappers who try to beef with him, but him also acknowledging in some of the bars that he's recognized on stage is that he's no longer just, it's not just a hip hop versus hip hop thing. He's a hip hop versus, I guess, America thing, about how the administration is trying to pacify hip hop in order to continuously push agendas, and how it's important for artists of that genre to fight back against it. I don't think that's what he was directly saying, but I think it's a side effect of what he was talking about. You know, he said a rapper can never be my op. I got MAGA Republicans, or something of that nature, right? When you take that into consideration, at least, at least to me, at least that's making it seem like, hey, bro, they're trying to come after me. I'm not worried about you little niggas. Referring to Drake and Nicki Minaj and shit. The government is literally attempting to come after me as a person and as an entity. I'm not worried about you niggas. That's the best thing that I could gather from Jay-Z's response to these things, you know? So it's like, I'm out here fighting MAGA Republicans, and y'all are out here attempting to fight me. Once again, keeping it purely hip hop. Once again, keeping it purely hip hop, right? Because we can fight Jay-Z on a whole bunch of other things, but at least keeping it purely hip hop. He has a point. Why would I beef with you niggas when I'm literally fighting a war, which we don't know the full details of whatever the fuck that means. Um, I'm fighting a war with a government who's trying to basically take out the head of hip hop because some people consider Jay Z. Most people over the age of 28 consider Jay Z the head of hip hop. I'm not gonna lie, right? Even though I don't do that, I can understand and respect his influence in the rap game. You know, um, so it's like the head of hip hop is under attack, and what are we gonna do about it? That's basically what I think. That's a side effect of what Jay Z is saying. I don't know if that's what he's intentionally saying, but I do think that that's like an unironically like, oh, this also applies. You know, I think that's what it was. I think that's what it is. So I don't know. Tell me what y'all thought of the Jay Z freestyle if y'all have not seen it. Um, if I was not at work, I would probably just record a reaction and break it down that way. But unfortunately, I'm at work and I don't have a lot of time outside of work to record videos at this exact moment. And I really wanted to talk about this because I felt like it's very important for a lot of the things that I've talked about on this channel. So that's neither here nor there. But that being said, if y'all like the video, please be sure to like and subscribe. It helps. It goes a long way. Um, this isn't even an after hours post. This no, well, y'all don't know what an after hours post is actually. Y'all don't know about that yet. I'm gonna keep that. I'm gonna keep that hush hush. But long story short, it's just it's just a chill day. It's just a chill day, and I'm curious to see what the other rappers in the rap industry is going to be saying about just generally the landscape of hip hop, which is another video I actually do plan on making. The landscape of hip hop is slowly but surely changing in a very good direction. But that's a video for a different time. I don't have the time to record that right now. So, but I'm gonna finish my break and basically get her on about my day. So, I'm gonna have to catch y'all later. Y'all, thank y'all once again for watching this video. Y'all have a good one.